Welcome, I'm Redcollarwolf here to show you more on the dragon. Yeah, doesn't that ring off so well? It affected me, I guess, in some ways. Hope excited. I really like the first area. This is the first area map, although it probably won't be the same, so here you go. And probably even it has changed from what it previous was, and probably going to change again as I add more shops within the area and then alter that area to where those shops are very convenient. So we've added a lot of buildings, mainly shop-based buildings, a lot of different signs down here too. That's a milling area, which is probably going to be stone milled more than anything, because I don't think when mill might just keep it like that. But here you go. Here's a bunch of signs. Some of them have a lot of them are new, and some of them replaced the old ones with something that looks a bit better. I might do the officially one. I might, this is a clay stuff. I was going to have it for the clay makers, but I thought I might as well have it for the bottles. In a way. I guess that means it'll be a different type of clay. That'd be one type of clay. And this lighter one would be another type of clay. I should actually remember that. That is a really nice little clay, because this type of coloration of wall clay is used for more buildings. Specifically shows this is what it looks like when it's cooked. A light brown coloration, and then just painted over with certain color types. So the type of what's underneath, so the type of clay probably affects the color on top too. Well, I guess you can also put a color in between that too. Then you got the clothes maker and tiler. Well, I guess I just said the same thing. But like anyone who does all your clothing, sell that nice and male woman, now man or woman. Okay, that one is specifically water tank storage. This one's plumbing. Firewood, stone cutter, tool maker. So how it works is they have a sign for a certain area and multiple signs if they have multiple professions. So that's the roof tiler, medic and doctor, hairdresser, storage, usually is on farms, and there is alcohol storage. So boiler room, that's another type of cooking, so that means there's cooking like mills here and everything like that. Cutting, so a lumber yard, so that's when you get the raw material, and that's meant to be whenever you're getting the firewood. And that's another farming one down there too. So that's an old one. Boat maker, that one's meant to be a pier. So the pier worker. There is going to be some areas. I know it's not really near this water, and that's another fishing one up there. But there is some areas where it's close by the water. Then you have stone miners. Actually, I think it's best. So they're general miners. And these ones are stone miners. But I could put two next to each other. Actually, no, that one is stone mine. And that one's the stone cutters over there. So this is basically indicate this is in all beds in this place. That is the... I might do something more fancy than it, pardon. But this is basically like the basic military. This is like any clay objects. I'm going to probably put it as the butcher, the potion makers, potion like area, or potion area, potion seller. I might actually change that up. The fishing one, the books, the library that wants it to be. It's meant to be a piece of iron in a way, metal, but I don't know specifically what it's going to be used for. I might actually delete it up later. Someone's the general mining. I guess this one's the light maker. I actually might keep it around. Well, I might not. That one up there. Oh, hang on. This one down here is the blacksmith. Weapons. These two are the weapon people or weaponsmiths. Well, usually it's going to be with the blacksmith that makes the weapons. Basically, what you have with the blacksmith is a weapon, a blacksmith in the middle, and then one for the tools, which indicates that the blacksmith does weapons and tools. Wall clay, so this means anybody who is making wall clay Oh, I do collecting too. Oh, whoops. Oh, that's a good one to put on. Here we go. Look at this list. But I don't know if that's more of a thing they could do themselves, just combine it. This area will probably have a lot more combines than like anywhere else. Okay, let's go with that. Collect. There we are. I still got to do like a mining area and stone cutting area, although this area at first, the first area we're doing right now, I will assume doesn't really have it, but it is pretty central, so it is pretty easy for it to get like all different things. So you got all this too. I forgot to do the wheat much. I forgot to really do the page on the wheat, so that's nice, isn't it? Or spelt wheat. Anything with this means there's a world anvil page, and anything with a comma, anything with this next to it means that it's mostly done, or done to a standard that I want it to be for now. And we'll have to go back and change it all together, because it's basically, I'm coming to do this mess, and then I'm coming to do this, but then I have to go back and probably do something else again after I build up another bit of lore. I feel like there wasn't like a starting point. It's just go and write this up, and as and when you go along, you'll think of different things, different like rituals to do. I got to think of death rituals too. I'll put that next to it. In coming of age, maybe. There's some cultures do that, but that's not really a my culture thing. Australian culture thing. I think it's more of a you know how they had that coming of age thing, and a lot of our cultures do, and Julie's culture does too, a lot of that coming of age thing. Yeah, there's seriously not one in my in the culture I basically grew up, or in anything like that. Oh, I guess there is one. It's called when you're it's called 18 or 16, and well, specifically 18 or 16. It's 18 or 21. If anybody who knows how to end the word alcohol, you can kind of figure out what kind of coming to age thing that is in a way. I mean, there is kind of a thing when you're 18, but there's really a real big thing that's made when you're 21 sometimes. And it requires a lot, and sometimes depending on the person, it's a lot of binging on alcohol. I will be honest with you, that is something I don't know if we want to add into the game. Although that's not going to be what I'm going to do for my 31st. Yeah, that's basically, that is the closest thing that Australian culture does have to that kind of thing. But that's because, it was 21 because that's what the alcohol age used to be before it's 18 now. So, yeah. And then we got some other type of war foods. So these are basically war foods. I did something like gold darkwood seeds. Similar to the willow seeds are gonna be. I've used them way too much. I've like started to cook so many things today, and I've played up for way too much. We're gonna play more of that too. It's actually not going too bad. With the rulership on it, so I do want to play more of it. And then we got type of refined foods. These, in this category, it's anything that has been like refined once or maybe like twice. But it's just meant to be really simple, basic things all cooked all put together. So it's a very, not like what in the making of bread is more complicated than making jam. There is jam in here, but jam is really heating up and putting a bunch of sugar with the, as far as I know. I haven't cooked jam yet. And then you get like these flakes too, and then milk. I will consider the non-dairy option of milk to be a war food, or refined war food, I say. And complex food is anything like your breads, your dampers. I'm gonna see what I can do with the damper. And your pastas and everything like that. And then you got your drinks down here. I feel like that'd be something that that you hear a lot about is the sugar wheat beer. I don't know, it seems like something that'd be really a mixture of both sweet and bitter tasting. It's like just that kind of wheat. I mean, you can have that, it's called spelt. I guess both of them will be kind of a sweet with bitter tasting, but I want it to be sweeter than what spelt is. And then you got some options down here. I was just thinking, I was watching a show on that Mexican culture, not really, one that's based on, taken from the Aztecs, I think it was, yeah. I also get the idea of the Jaguar warriors seem interesting to look into a bit more. And how they are loyal and how they fight for their own people, because in the way they go and represent animals to a similar way to what I want to do for the Darkwood Forest. I don't know, I find a lot of different cultures interesting. And anyone out there should too, because it is important. I mean, I guess if you're watching me, you probably are both interested in what I do and both interested in the fact that I'm Australian. I mean, fair enough. Here we go. Did I do the top row? So we got the builder, we got the carpenter, and the gardener. So this is technically what coloration is what the baskets are gonna be. If you're like, what, that's a weird color. The windmill. So they're basically the mills, which is gonna be stone mills. So it's gonna be stone ground mostly. If you haven't seen like flour like that, is somewhat fancy flour. Drinks. So a public type of place, policy, and a general food shop. That's a lot of fresh food shops and anything like that. Like it's usually selling like, I don't know what, fresh foods, like all your apples food and like all your raw foods and all that type of thing. It's meant to be. Oh, here we go, this fella too. Everybody wants to see this fella. I actually put a post about him today seeing what element. Alright, now we're off to the next part of the video. Okay, so you see here, this one is a stone mill. I'll do more to it. I just put this one as a baseline for what I want to do. This one is a good example. See, this one here is storage. Specifically, a lot of this is farm storage and alcohol storage. So you get the area where you make your alcohol and storage and general storage. I might have to separate those two buildings and go at them. You got a dog over here, the farmhouse. You have seen, I don't know if you guys seen the buy now action, but there you go. The sheep bone and the chicken. Okay. We still aren't hitting anybody up. Okay, every place I'm looking, we don't have a new building. So there's the defense building. I don't want these, like, these buildings seem like, as a person walking around, they can't be too far out. Here a lot of the farmlands type of stuff. Then we got a sugarweed up here, which is a plant that comes all year round. I do intend to make these fields here like a one season type thing. So they're only going a certain time of year, and then the rest of the year they're left alone. They aren't used again. Just to keep the soil a bit more intact. I don't know, it's not the best way to do it with generally soil, but you also got the foliage area or flower building here. Stone cutters. Oh, they've got to change that just to be in the cutters. I'll have to make a new building there. These are the clay workers. You would have seen the clay workers and tile workers before. Here is the inn or type of tavern-like place here. Here's the gatheler's hut. Really like how this one turned out. I might put a little bit more extra on, but I don't think really any more is really gonna come in. Might be extra like house decorations coming later. Does this not have its? Oh no, this does have its own thing. I got I know I don't have to, but I thought I had to separate it. Nope, there's the clay makers. Oh, I also got something else to show you too later. Here is the graveyard dude. Bury the bodies out in the bush. The woodcutters, the carpenter. I thought that'd be nice to have them close nearby the lumberjacks. There is the medical center or doctors. Got the library down there. Got the blacksmith. You got the mail hut. You got a little box on the side. I thought that'd be nice and fancy where you can just plug in. I still haven't really done much to him yet. I have started, or not really started, but I have done the basic building blocks. I got so much to talk about this one. There's the butcher, there is the tiler down there nearby the main area. So this is meant to be the main little shop area. If that isn't clear enough, or I don't know. I hope it's clear enough. No, actually, I kind of don't like saying those type of words. I'm so used to it. It's just goes to show how much the people's bad influence comes on you sometimes. Because you don't have the proper player here. Looks so weird, doesn't it? Without all the extras. we gotta actually delete that and then put the player back on, like player things back on, type of thing. I didn't realize that. I thought I did do that. Oh well. Look at this. We still got a phantom noise. Don't worry about that. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. See, we got the posters over here. Oh, we got a bird over here. Let's do sprinting. Next is a lot. I do need to do fine adjustments on working out the numbers, but here we go. For now, the sprinting's work. It's a lot like the What's Outside one. Well, kind of is the What's Outside one, but with different numbers and everything. Look at all these plants glow. So cool. And then all these will come off and on depending on the season too. If what I've done is designed correctly and the butterflies come around. Oh my god. This is gonna look amazing when it's finished. It's actually a good reason why I haven't really put the running bar in. Oh yes, I forgot the best thing of them all. Isn't this a cool little soon little almost outro, honey? Towards the end. Oh my god, what do you guys think? It'd be really hard for me to do the Australian birds. I did see this one coming. It'd be really hard for me to find a noise for them. I'll have to go out in the bush. Oh god, there's someone coming. I don't want this sprinting bar to be like... I didn't want it to be a stamina bar. I want it specifically to be a sprinting bar. There might be a different type of bar for general stamina. Damn it, I ran out. And I do expect to be able to increase the bar in type of way. And maybe have width to be able to regenerate the energy as a separate thing, and the quantity of the energy too. Or I could just have it the same thing and do the calculations that way. But I think that's really it today, so I hope you enjoyed that one. Well, at least it for today. Here are the doggies. Oh my god. You guys get excited about the dogs? I don't know. There's something about it when you did the dogs. I haven't really done any indoor stuff. I was planning to do that for this one, like I said for the last devlog, but I didn't get to do that. I went off and did specifically a lot of these buildings. Need to do a lot of it. I did tend to organize these into seasons. The only one that's sweaty is this one over here. The other ones, that one's a spell, I know that for sure. The other ones are a bit scattered. But hopefully it turns out well. So I hope you enjoy. I'm gonna cut off now. See you next time on devlog number 23, isn't it? Did I say the right one? Did I ever say the number at the beginning? I don't know. But hope you enjoy. You can watch the rest of these devlogs in the series, and I'm now out. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.